What is going on, Shwazy gang? In today's video, we're going to discuss exactly why I chose a 2021 Ford Bronco, how much I paid for it, and what features come with my particular trim. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, ever since I took delivery of this car mid-July, why exactly did I purchase a 2021 Ford Bronco when I have built the channel up on more muscle cars, sports cars like the Dodge Challenger and Charger, and what kind of baseball bat was I hit across the head to make a crazy decision like this? Well, keep in mind, I am still keeping the Dodge Challenger Hellcat on the channel. That is not going anywhere, but this vehicle is replacing my 2018 Toyota Rav4, which, if you guys are not familiar, that has been my daily driver for the last 3 years. Now, the reason I picked this car is because, well, it's a Bronco. There's not really that much to describe, but I will dive in a little bit further. Now, as you guys know, I am an automotive YouTuber, and that definitely has its pros. That means that I am able to generate some ad revenue and pay for some really cool cars, which I am forever grateful for all of you for supporting me and my channel and all of the crazy purchases that I have made over the last couple years. But I digress. Being a YouTuber has its pros for obvious reasons, but it also has its cons. I have to consistently upload some really cool and entertaining content for all of you because that is what you want to see on YouTube. You want to be entertained, you want to have some good information, and so that requires having some of the best cool cars on the channel. When this vehicle was initially released back in July of 2020, the hype on this car was unreal. There were so many people that absolutely fell in love with this car at first sight, me being one of them, and I thought, what better opportunity than to get a really cool car like this on the channel around the same time that I would be giving away my Toyota Rav4. If you guys don't know, my Rav4 was on a 3-year lease, which was coming due in 2021, and so I decided, well, this will be a perfect transition for me to sell my Toyota or possibly give it back to the dealership and pick up a brand new car like this. And with the replacement of my Rav4 with a Bronco, I would hopefully be able to grow the channel by increasing views and increasing subscribers. Now, the second reason why I chose the Bronco over some other very popular vehicles is because I have always wanted a big, brawny SUV just like this one right here. When I was a kid, I was in love with the H2 Hummer, the Toyota FJ Cruiser, and even plain SUVs like the Ford Expedition and Excursion. I just wanted something that could go off-road all the time, be able to plow through snow and just have fun in the winter times. But as I grew up, my interest changed a little bit and I decided to go more into sports cars and muscle cars like the Dodge Challenger. Well, then the opportunity presented itself to have a good replacement to the Rav4, which could potentially grow the channel exponentially, seeing as how it is a very, very popular and viral SUV, and at the same time have an SUV that I've always wanted, which is big, brawny, go off-road anytime, anywhere, and that is what I have right here. So those are two main reasons why I decided to get the Ford Bronco, but I will talk in depth in a future video on the reasons exactly why I chose this car over, say, a Jeep Wrangler or even a Toyota Rav4 or a 4Runner. But without further ado, let's kick off what you guys have been dying to find out, which is how much exactly did I pay for this 2021 Ford Bronco in the Big Bend trim? Okay, now to answer your first question, no, I did not pay over MSRP, but I also didn't pay under MSRP. I paid the exact manufacturer's suggested retail price, and I have the window sticker here to prove it. So the base price of the 4-door Big Bend Bronco is $37,475. My total options were $3,080, which brings a total vehicle and option price of $40,555. After you add in the destination and delivery charge of $1,495, the total MSRP of my car is $42,050. That is exactly what I paid for this car. Now, after accounting for title, documentation and registration fees of $547, and the local city taxes of my car, I paid $45,667.30. That is a lot of money, especially for a daily driver, and especially considering the fact that this is a lower spec vehicle. You can outfit these cars for easily over $60,000. So I am actually closer to the starting price of the car than I am closer to the highest price of the vehicle. Now, I am very thankful that I did not have to pay over MSRP. Now, I will talk about the ordering and purchasing process in a future video because my particular dealership was getting very close to adding in a $2,500 markup if I was to go get external financing. They later softened their stance on that and were thankfully able to get me exactly at MSRP, even though I've heard there are some people out there that are suffering with their dealerships charging an insane markup. And I have seen dealerships out there charging a $10,000 to $20,000 to $30,000 markup for customers that have backed out of their order and they just end up selling it on the private market. So although it was a tough pill to swallow, I will take $42,050 all day long versus perhaps $60,000 to $70,000 for the exact spec model. Now let's talk about what options came with the vehicle, and let's jump out of the car so I can show you what they are. Okay, so I am actually just going to go down my list on the window sticker as promised, and to kick it off, let's talk about the engine. This is a 2.3 liter inline 4 EcoBoost engine, and this particular model is the 4-door version of the Big Bend trim in the Area 51 color. My particular car also comes with the 10-speed automatic transmission. You can also get this in a manual, although those are in low supply. So just expect a delay in your delivery if you ordered a manual transmission. Now, we've talked about the exterior color being Area 51. Let me show you the interior, which is actually a sandstone black onyx interior. You've got sandstone color up here, you've got sandstone on the seats as well, and you've got it on the front dash, although it's kind of hard to see in this type of lighting. But as you can see, there you have the sandstone coloring. But let's go to the back seats. I'll show you what that looks like. And you've got sandstone as well on the door panel. This is a soft touch material, and then you've got sandstone on the seats. I really like that contrast color, especially with the blue exterior. Okay, now going down the list of exterior features on the window sticker, you have this Easy Fuel capless filler. This is standard on pretty much all Ford products. You also have the fender tie downs, which are located right here up the front. They can actually have a max load of 150 pounds. So they do serve a purpose if you're planning on putting a little canoe up top or a kayak. You can tie it down with this piece over here. Now, the Big Bend has this specific grille with the gray coloring and the white Bronco letters. I really like how that looks, and it kind of matches similar to the gray used on the wheels and the fender flares, although it's not an exact match. The base Broncos have LED headlights as well with auto high beam and auto LEDs, but these are the upgraded headlights that I'll talk about shortly. You also have power side view mirrors with heated glass. That's included as standard equipment on the Big Bend, and they are manual fold. Nice thing about the mirrors is, if you're not aware, these are attached to the body of the vehicle, so you can take these doors off and still have your side view mirrors. The Big Bend Bronco also comes standard with these tow hooks up at the front. There's 2 up here, and there's actually 1 in the rear of the car. Now let's jump inside to talk about the interior features. So the interior features include automatic up-down for all 4 windows inside of the car. You have 6-way manual adjusting front seats with lumbar support, and my understanding is that comes on the base Bronco as well, which the Wrangler does not come with. You've got 60/40 folding down rear seats along with this folding headrest, and the window sticker describes the passenger and driver seat as bucket seats, so keep that in mind if you're purchasing a Bronco. You do have cruise control come standard on these cars. This one also has a lane keep assist, which we'll talk about in just a minute. The Broncos all come standard with this infotainment screen in the gauge cluster. You also have a locking glove box, which is nice, and the center console also locks, which is nice to have if you're going to take the doors off. You've got a leather wrapped shift knob, which feels really nice in your hand. You've got a USB power port over here, and there is a 12-volt adapter over here in the center arm console. The steering wheel is tilt and telescoping, but it is a manual adjustment lever over here, and the base Bronco comes with this 8-inch touchscreen. You got AM, FM stereo. You've also got satellite radio. You've got 6 speakers speakers in this vehicle, including 2 that are located above the center bar located behind the rear seats. And so far, I haven't had any complaints or issues with the speaker system in this vehicle. This car does have auto start stop, but you can turn it off by pushing this button. This vehicle does come with 4-wheel disc brakes, a front stabilizer bar, hill start assist, pre-collision assist. You've got push button start, a rear view camera, and a lot of functionality with the center infotainment screen, which includes the Ford Pass connection where you can turn the car on and off using your phone, and 4G connectivity with Wi-Fi in the vehicle. Now this car also comes with 6 GO modes, and in the glove compartment it comes with this handy dandy little Bronco toolkit which you can use to take the doors off, and you can actually store the bolts inside of these little zipper pouches located inside the bag. Okay, now in terms of safety and security, this vehicle comes with front dual stage airbags and side impact safety canopy system for the front and the rear rows as well. One thing I have been told is the reason the Bronco weighs more than the Wrangler is because Ford designed it with more safety features that come standard as compared to the Wrangler. You also have child safety locks, as is common, electronic stability control and traction control, a latch child safety system. The car will alert you when you have passengers in the back and you turn the vehicle off and decide to leave. Now this is important if you have young children or pets and you happen to forget that you have them in the back seat and you're leaving the car in a 110-degree weather day. A lot of children and pets, unfortunately, have passed away from owners or parents forgetting them in the back seat, and having this safety feature is something I think every new car should have nowadays. And what's nice is if you don't have a child or a pet at the moment, the vehicle will continuously remind you every 6 months if you want to turn this feature on. So currently I have this feature off, but if I have children in a couple years, it will be nice to have the car alert me to turn this feature on. You have a perimeter alarm and a personal safety system, whatever that means. I like how sometimes manufacturers throw on like regular things that have always been around as safety features. For example, a belt minder chime. I'm pretty sure every car from the 1950s has a chime if you don't buckle your seatbelt and you're sitting in the driver's seat, but nonetheless, that is a safety feature on the 2021 Bronco. Now for the warranty, this has a 3-year, 36,000 bumper to bumper. You have a 5-year, 60,000 powertrain and a 5-year, 60,000 roadside assistance. Now let's get into the fun stuff, which includes the equipment and the options that I purchased on this particular model. I purchased the Equipment Group 222A for $1,495. Now, what does this feature include? Well, that is the mid package, which includes dual zone electronic climate control, front row heated seats, which is one of the reasons why I picked the mid package. You also get the remote start stop system, which is another reason why I picked the mid package. It also comes with power outlets behind the center arm console, which wasn't super vital for me, but nice to have if I was getting the heated seats and the remote start anyways. And it came with the Ford Copilot 360 system, which includes the lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, which is very nice, even though the blind spots aren't too bad in this car since you're sitting so high up and the windows are so large. And I believe it also includes a pre-collision assist and other safety features if you're getting into an accident. Now with the Big Bend, you also get some other options, which includes the 17 gray painted aluminum wheels as opposed to the steelies that come on the base model. You've got Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition. You've got 255/75 R17 AT tires, which are 32 inches. You've got a 3.73 open diff rear axle, connected navigation with a 90-day trial, which includes the Sirius XM, a cloth soft top roof, and an open diff front axle. Now I also purchased 3 additional little options that I thought would make this car a little bit more unique and better for daily drivability, and that includes the towing package, which was $595. I believe it has anti-sway control, and from what I've been told, the blind spot monitoring actually extends to the trailer if you hook up a trailer to the vehicle. I also purchased the LED signature lighting, which was a $795 option, but in my opinion, totally worth it because I love lighting, and there's nothing cooler in my opinion than the upgraded LED lights on the Bronco. They give it such a cool throwback retro look, but with all of the modern amenities of the beautiful LED halo light and the LED crossbar that actually goes into the headlight and has this really cool feature to it when you're driving down the road. It is immediately noticeable that you're driving a Bronco because no other headlight on any other car looks the same. I have always paid more for upgraded headlights if that is an option, and it has always been worth it for me. Now, the last little feature or option that I decided to pay $195 for were for these Fighter Pilot auxiliary switches, which actually light up at night as well. I decided to do that because I eventually wanted to add a winch or a light bar, and this allows for pre-wiring, and it makes it a super easy installation to add any additional accessories that you didn't think about when you purchased the car. To me, it was well worth paying that $195 to save me a little bit of time and frustration in the future. Well, there you have it, boys and girls, and that finishes off the $42,050 build of my 2021 Ford Bronco. Now, if you are wondering about fuel economy, the window sticker says 20 in the city, 22 in the highway, for a combined MPG of 21 miles per gallon. Now, I have driven it both on the highway and on the city streets, and I have averaged about 20.3 miles per gallon. So take that for what it's worth. Your annual fuel cost is estimated to be $1,950, and you're estimated to spend $2,250 more in fuel costs over 5 years compared to the average new vehicle. Now, in terms of safety ratings, this car has not yet been rated, but like I said earlier, this car should perform a little bit better than a base Jeep Wrangler. One thing that I wish the window sticker had was my name on it, because I know that Dodge sometimes puts custom built for XYZ, and it does not have my name on it. Even though it has my dealership's address and all the information, it does not include my name on it, which would be kind of cool and a nice little touch for Ford to add. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully we provided you some very good information on what to expect if you have a similar spec Bronco. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button. That helps me out a lot, and let me know what you love about your 2021 Ford Bronco down in the comments below, or what spec and trim you ordered. Also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Shwazy_, and until next time, boys and girls, stay Shwazy, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.